I would make sure that everybody understands exactly what it is that we're working on and that we're trying to accomplish, and that it's clear, not just within the case management department, but all departments. So for me, the biggest thing would be open communication and just ensuring that everybody is clear on whatever it is that we're trying to do.
When I think about other grantees who will be struggling with virtual services or looking for opportunities for improvement, I would just encourage them to think outside the box and be okay with the discomfort that sometimes comes from a brainstorming session. It's very easy, especially when you have a lot on your plate and your team is busy, to think that the first or second suggestion that comes either has to be agreed upon and moved forward with or just turned down. But I think there's a lot of power that comes from brainstorming sessions, and that's what SIMR gave us the space to do. And because of that, we came up with ideas that we probably would not have thought of or pursued if we hadn't had the time to really think together before acting on an idea. And I think that made the rapid learning cycle process more enriched towards the end.
So when we were putting all the ideas on the table, it started becoming overwhelming and too much. And so then we started losing engagement amongst our team. So some participants weren't willing, not participants, colleagues weren't willing to fully engage in that because it was just too much at one time. So kind of minimizing it down to, hey, let's try these 2 practices first versus having 10 practices, 10 ideas on the table and moving forward with them.
There were even times when it became, I don't want to say uncomfortable, but you really had to sit and face the question. You know, we had these 2-hour meetings, or we would have a full hour-and-a-half meeting of just, we are only going to talk about this type of messaging today. You know, we're not going to go, because sometimes meetings go so far beyond the scope of what you originally planned to talk about. But during SIMR, we really said, we're going to make a mural board. We're going to make a list of these ideas, and we're going to really build these out here in this meeting today, and we're not going to go too far beyond that scope. You know, what are the next steps? And we're not going to move on until we've resolved whatever roadblocks we have in this step. We can't get to step 2. So I think that it really forced our team to take a hard look at what was blocking us from getting to that next step, because in other meetings internally, we'd kind of come up against that roadblock and then we'd go, we don't really have enough time. You know, we'd revert right back to, we can't really solve that problem right here and now, let's just come back to it later. Whereas in SIMR, it was kind of a quick burn and we had to solve those problems.